Let's appreciate the architecture of METS by looking at one of the examples. As we talked earlier, METS applies Warwick framework where it designs a number of containers. For example, there is a container for descriptive metadata, there is another for administrative, and of several others for structured metadata. METS requires structured metadata to be present. That's a required container or containers. The descriptive are optional. So as you see, METS really emphasize the structure as it is a standard designed for digital objects. So look at one of the example. It's an image example. Not surprising us, right? Now we can kind of getting used to the declaration of namespaces and schema locations. Now, let's see. The major sections, what we see here is a METS header, and we talked about it. And there is a description section, right? And there is another description section. This description section uses a reference to referring to an external file. This file contains some of the descriptions, which actually is a finding aid for this image. And the second section of description section, as you notice, you could have multiple description sections in a METS record. Actually, it uses mods as its metadata schema. So as we talked about this earlier, METS allows you to use mods, DC, MAC, and a few other descriptive metadata schemas in the description container. So as you can see here, we're starting to use mods namespace and using mods title information to describe the title, and mods name. In this time, it's a corporate name. It might be author, it might be some other roles it played. And in this case, the role is actually photographer. So this company is responsible for making that image. So that's the description sections. And then there comes the administrative section. And you can see here another image standard defined again by Library of Congress is used, and this actually defines a METS namespace. This namespace name is METS. So the elements from METS are used to describe images. They're basic image parameters, format, compression, etc. There are a couple of, again, you can define a couple of administrative sections. Next comes the file section, which basically is one of the structural sections that describe putting files into groups. Here is one file group and the second group, and each group contains a number of files, as we see here. And here file location tell you where the file is located. And so after the file section, there comes the structural map. It tells you how many divisions. There is just one division. In the divisions, there are pointers to different file IDs, so they are basically a reference. So as you see here, it is METS record has 7 major sections, and the emphasized part is on the structural information. It allows anyone to use a set of recommended metadata schemas to describe administrative or descriptive metadata for a record. That's all for this example.